Well there, welcome back. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me. As always, I am your host, Ramati, and as you can see, I have survived from the first episode. I have survived our meteor storm, and now it is just about time for us to start encroaching on this asteroid right here. And as you see, we has some of the dark rock. Dark rock is life. Dark rock is love. Dark rock is life. So we're just gonna dig our little drill down here into him. There's also some of the iron that is right nearby him, which, as I told you earlier, we can never have too much of the irons. So hopefully in this episode, I am just going to get some of the general mining done, some of the basics done in the game, and that way I can start in the third episode. I can start to actually build the thing that we are aiming at, which is a ship of our own. And once I have that ship built, then that means I can successfully leave this this session and not lose any of my progress. Because as I have told you, the threat here is that this ship that I am using right now is going to despawn. Now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to get this gold. You can never have too many of any of the resources, period. You cannot have too many of the resources. But gold is one of those that you don't really realize how much you use it. So I'm going to get it. And then the iron, you feel like you have enough iron. You can have millions and millions of iron, and I guarantee you never have enough iron. It's all over the place. You're not excited to mine it, but you must have the iron. It is essential for all of the living in all of the building in the Space Engineers game. You must have it. It is essential. Okay, so now that I have hollowed out a little bit of space here, I think that we go back down and we try to get some more of this uranium. So what I'm going to do is turn my drill off. I'm going to back out. So here is the dark rock. The uranium is the black rock right there in front of me. That's what we're aiming for. I am going to clean a little bit more of this iron out of the way first, I think. And this actually right up here looks like it is uranium, so we're just going to get it. And now we're going to travel down. And the dark rock, turn the drill off. So there it is. Okay. We'll go over this direction. Now we go down. Now I really want to sink my teeth into this, so here we go. Now I just collided with something. It didn't give you an indication in the game, or for you watching at home. You probably did not see it. But I actually did just collide with something, and that is bad. Physics is bad in this game. It will injure me, and I don't necessarily like that. So okay, so there we go. Okay, so for right now, I'm going to back away from this. We're going to see how I did on the uraniums. I'm going to go ahead and hop out of my chair. We'll get out of the ship here, and we see how we did in terms of the uraniums in the drill. World just saved. Okay, so 2.4k uranium. That's not terrible. We can do better. But that is not terrible. We got almost 40, or a little more than 40,000 of the irons. That is very, very good, especially for what we're going to have to do early on here. That is very good. So I'm just going to move this uraniums here over into the refinery and let it go to work. Uranium is one of those things that actually it refines very slowly. So I'm just going to move it over there. And now we're going to go take a look kind of by hand where I may be able to get more of the uranium, or if it is really buried here very good. It doesn't look like it's terribly buried. We can come down here a little bit, I think, and get some more. Okay, so that's what we do. I'll go back into the ships now. And here we go. No, I need that on, so I need to go down just a little bit. And now we go forward and we go crash into this thing at full bore. Not really crash into it. We just go ahead and keep mining. I did not get very much gold in there either. I thought I had more gold than that. So we will have to go back over and get some more of the gold. At this stage, really collecting any of the resources is not bad. See, I'm over here collecting iron, and that's not really what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to get the uraniums. I tell you what I am going to do here, because I can, and because I has enough of the things. I'm going to build a couple more of the spotlights because I'm having trouble seeing, and I don't like that very much. So I'm going to get 6 of the glass, and I'm just going to yank over a bunch of these plates that I have so that we can go out here and build a couple more of the spotlights. I'm not seeing very good, and I don't like that. So here we put a couple more of the spotlights on. Oh, another meteor storm is bad. I don't need to get back into the ship and move my... Oh, I can just do this. Maybe. Maybe I can. Can I? Can I do this? Yes, I can. Good. Okay. The meteor storm is bad. So we're going to back away from our rock. And the meteors, when they spawn, they shoot at a fixed location, which is the location I just happen to be in. So I can, early on in the game, I can move myself around and avoid the meteors. I don't know if that's going to long term be something that I can do, but at least for right now I can do that. We pick up that rock. And now I come down into here and I got another 500 of that, so we go ahead and move it. Now what do I need for you? I'm going to need, okay, interior plates and construction components and steel tubes. Okay, so we go back in here. Go to the refinery and dump off the things that I just picked up, which is uranium. I picked up a little bit of the irons. I need my inertial dampeners back on so I can move around. Oh my gosh! I'm struggling with this. Okay, there we go. That's better. You go back in there. So of the large steel tubes, I'm going to need 4 of you. And then down here, I'm just going to take all of those and all of these. Let's go back to the assembler because I don't know what it's working on. It's not working on anything right now. That's not okay. We needed to work on the thing. So let's see. What have we gained? What can I now make that I could not make before? Let's go ahead and make 100 more of those. Let's make 100 more of those. Let's make maybe 500 of the plates, and now let's do 10 and 10. Not of you though. I don't need any of the explosives just yet. That's not going to work. Okay. So there we go. Let's go back out here. Let's go back out to the front. Here. Let's go. Hopefully finish this light. That is good. Now let's hopefully finish this light here as well. Okay, that's also good. And now we go into down in here and let's start moving. We'll bring the gold first, and then we'll bring as much iron as we can. I have 50,000 iron in there, so let's start moving some of that iron so that it can be into the refineries. So you saw that I was at 2,000 of the uranium, and right now I've only dropped down this far, and let's go take a look. I'm already up to 7 in my refinery. I told you I wanted to be about 25, so we are in good shape here, I think, so far. Let's put that 1,000 gold there in front. Let's put away these things that I has. Don't need them right now, so let's just go ahead and throw you away. What I do need to find is some platinum, although I'm not going to move away from here just yet. I'm going to mine just at least a little bit more of the things, and then I will start to worry about the moving around of the things later on. I'm not going to do it right now. Okay, so we put some into stone. Stone is something that later in the game, actually not even later in the game, fairly soon in the game, you're going to just start throwing out because you don't need it. But early on, to have some of gravel is not a horrible idea. So I will keep some of that stone to make gravel, but as a general rule, you're not going to use much of the stone like ever. You're just going to throw it out because it's useless. You don't like it very much. So this is kind of boring right now. I'm sorry about that. I'm just moving around, getting the iron out of my drill, but that is okay. So like I said, I need to find some of the platinums, but to be really honest, that is not a huge need. I am going to go into my K menu, and I'm going to show you real quick how we make a block group. So I want to make a group for my spotlights. And to do that, I highlight a spotlight, and then I hit shift and I left click all of that. And now I'm just going to name this block group lights and then save. And now, instead of being in my K menu, if I go to my G menu, instead of just this one spotlight down here, if I go to groups, I can now have all of my lights. And all of those lights are going to do the same thing now when I have them either turn on or off. And that's precisely what I wanted them to do. So now, as we can see over here, I have, it looks like, some uranium, and so we're going to cruise in with my better lighting right now. We're going to take this uraniums, which is exactly what I want. Uranium is something that you, any time in the game, can never have too much of, and anytime you see it, you should be excited because you want to go and mine it. Now, after you have the ability to start capturing ships, then you maybe no longer need so much of the uranium because you have the solar panels, which is a good thing. But for right now, those are very, very expensive things, and I don't have the ability to get them. So I need as much of the uranium as I can get. So we're just going to mine this little hole right here real quick and get all of this uraniums. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom. See, every now and then you see me kind of hitting the drill on things. That is not so good. That means I'm actually doing damage to the drill. The physics, they are very real. You do have to kind of go and do repairs on your machinery at different points in the game, and that is both very, very realistic, but also very frustrating because you're like, I did not do anything, but my drill is broken. Oh well. Suck it up. You have to go repair. I'm going to go get some of this gold while we're nearby here. Gold, like I said, you can never have too much of the gold, so I'm just going to go ahead and take all of that gold that I can. I think if we are nearby the cobalt asteroid, I may go get much of the cobalts as well, because you can never ever have too much of the cobalts. You need that for many of the things. Yummy gold, yummy gold, yummy, yummy, yummy gold. Nom 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 nom. We just go straight across here because this is lots of gold and I don't want to move around. Then we're going to get back into the irons. Okay, so we turn our drill off. Let's back away. Let's take a look at everything. Let's see where we're at. Let's get our bearings. Okay, so we just went right across there with the gold. This is to the irons. Okay. Tell you what, we're going to take another shot at this little piece of gold right here. I'm going to go ahead and assume that I have enough of the uraniums for right now to last me for at least a couple of days, which is really what I want when I'm running everything. I have 8 hours worth of it right now. Not fantastic, but not horrible either. So gold, you are all mine. Take all of this gold. 10 hours when I'm not running anything. So the refinery is what is costing me the most in terms of my uranium right now. That's the refinery is what is eating up most of my energies. Gravity generator, the reason you saw the very first thing that I did is I turned that gravity generator off. It uses up much of your energies. I mean, like a lot of your energies. Like probably 80% of your energy was going to that gravity generator, and I don't need it. I don't need the gravity generator. There's no purpose for it. So, other than maybe to suck in these little pieces of rock that you see spewing out and flying off into space, but I can deal with that. I will, if my choice is collect all of the rock or lose a little bit of your rock and have longer to live early in the game, I'm going to choose lose some of my rock but live longer. That seems prudent. It seems like a good idea, you know. It seems smart to me, so that's what I'm going to choose. Okay, this is my last little run right here, and then I think what I'm going to do, you saw me just run into something there that was kind of painful. I think what I'm going to do is because the beginning of this is kind of the borings, then I'm going to move the things from the drill while I am off camera. And while I am off camera, I think I'm going to start producing some more of pieces that I'm going to need. And then when I come back, then we can start to actually build some of the things, which is the whole purpose of early on with this, what we are going for. So okay, I'm do boring things now off camera. I'll be back in just a moment. Right. So, yeah, I mined for about an hour, and now I'm going to very craftily drop my ship into this little hole right here, so that the things do not damage me. So just in case you're wondering, this used to be the side of my ship. That is what a meteor storm does. It blows apart the side of your ship, and that's just not very nice. So I'm just going to tuck my ship down into this little place in here, just like that. And now what I'm going to do is, because I have had lots of the success with the mining, I'm going to put some lights onto the outside of my ship so that I can turn them on when I want them to, and just kind of light up the area here a little bit. So if I remember right, I need some bulletproof glass. Maybe some of the small tubes. I think I needed interior plates, and I know that I needed those plates right there. So we see how this does. Let's see, where is there? I guess I can just put light right here now, because I have a hole in the side of my ship. It's my own fault, mostly. Okay, so what else? Okay, so I don't need small, but I need construction component, and I need some large tubes. Okay. So I go back here, and do not need you. But I need some of these, which large steel tubes unfortunately weigh quite a bit. I think, put maybe 300 of those plates back over there, so now I can get 5 more of the tubes. And I need, so let's just put as many construction components as I can carry in there. Okay. So let's go back here now, and we make the spotlight, so it lights up the area here just a little bit. I think maybe I put one more of the spotlight. I tell you what, we just put it up here on the top of the ship. It does not really matter, I don't think. So there you go, right here, spotlight. And now, particularly, I think I want a couple of the spotlights here on the bottom of the ship. Yeah, so we go ahead and we put them. There we go, like that. So there are spotlights down here. Hopefully, I has enough components. Okay, good. I can build this one. And now hopefully it has enough components for this one too. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, so now I should have a good area here kind of lit up, I think. Awesome. Okay, so now, I tell you what. I show you what I went and mined, and then I'm going to stop this episode here, I think. So here is in drill 1. You see I have quite a lot of things that we got mined, over 27,000 uraniums. Very, very good with that. We go dump these back into my small cargo area. In the production, you see I'm producing many of the things. I'm going to go ahead and produce 100 and 100. And I think we produce 500 more of the plates, because I'm going to need so many of the plates. But now with my inventory empty, I show you this guy up here. So not just one drill, but we have 2 drills that are full of many of the things. So I'm going to go ahead and yank the platinum out of him. We yank, no, you're in the refinery. I don't want that. I want the second drill. Do I have any platinum in the second? No, okay. So we go put platinum in here. Into the refinery you go, platinums. And now you'll notice I'm kind of reaching the upper limit of what I can put into this refinery, and that's kind of okay. I have maybe many too much of the stone in there, and so real quick here we're just going to fix that. We're going to pull iron out of our drill, and then we're going to take the stone and put the stone back into the drill. So one of the problems I have with the game is if I take the stone and I put the stone into the cargo container, the refinery immediately yanks it back out. So it is smart, but sometimes the game is actually too smart about what it does with that stuff. So now we go get more of the iron. We put more of the iron in here. So I have on the magnitude, just in my couple hours in the game, I have mined, I think, close to 200,000 iron. And unfortunately, that is barely scraping the surface of what we're going to need with the iron eventually, just because we're going to need so much of the iron. So this is going to be a little frustrating right here, kind of going back and forth, trying to drop off what I can. So I have to move small quantity of stone over. There we go. We take as much stone out of there as I can. You know what? And I think we're just going to leave it there. That is fine. But yeah, so we has this nice foundation now. We has plenty of the materials, at least in the short run, that we're going to need. And so what I'm going to embark on now is we're going to start the building of our very first real ship that we need. So I don't just kind of lay here and die. You know, that's kind of against what I was going for. So okay, so I shut this off now. I come back and I start building. I start building things in next episode. So thank you. I appreciate it very much. Hopefully, I see you soon.